To mount the screen in the boat, I'm going to take the mounting bracket for the screen and I'm going to make it so I can move it around in the boat and just set it on the floor next to me wherever I want. So I'm going to take this 1/2-inch plywood and I'm going to cut a 6x6 square and mount this to it, and then I can just kind of place it around me where I want, since I'll be fishing off all sides of the boat. So that'll make it nice so I can just move it so it's always in front of me. Alright, so first I'll just lay out, I'm going to make this 7 by 7 inches. Roughly where we're going to end up. Looks good. I'll mark my holes. Like that, voila. I'm gonna mount this transducer onto my trolling motor, and I'm gonna just do it in a simple, quick way. It's gonna be easily removable. I'm not gonna put any holes in the boat. It may be temporary. If it works out, maybe I'll just run it. I mean, if it works, it works. I'll be good with that. Let me show you what I got going on for mounting the transducer and how I'm gonna mount the screen and make it to where I can move it around in the boat. I mean, I know it sounds simple, but I'm using some advanced technology here called a hose clamp. Went down to Burt Williams and Sons and got me this large hose clamp, and I ran it through the mount on the transducer. And earlier I cut a piece of gasket material . This gasket material is going to go between the hose clamp and the trolling motor just to cushion it, soften it, and give it some grip. This is some nice thick stock that I had already in the garage. I'm just going to fit this inside the hose clamp, slide it on. So I'm going to use this line that goes around this cap as my mark to make sure it's pretty straight. Alright, got it seated on there. Looks pretty in line with the skeg below. It's about centered. I could probably go to the left a little bit. I'm gonna fix that. All right, that looks a little better. And it's on there good. It's not too strong. And now I'll just go in and trim some of the excess off the clamp. Leaving enough there to work with in case I need to take it off and totally unscrew it. I'm gonna need some better cutters than this. All right, let's see if these Klein pliers cut any better. I might have to get the tin snips. Yeah. There we go. Booyah. So now with the boat sitting at about the level it'd be sitting in the water, I'm gonna put the trolling motor in the vertical position, running position, and make sure my transducer is gonna be running at about the right level. I want it to be about flush with the bottom of the boat. So I'm gonna run it down a little bit here. So you can see it's tipped up here a little bit. So I'm gonna just loosen this nut. Click it back one and see how that looks. That looks pretty good to me. The one thing I'm worried about with this a little bit is the wash coming off the prop. I don't know if that's going to throw a bunch of interference. And also, because I have a transducer in the back of the boat, I might have to run them at different frequencies so that they don't interfere with each other. We'll see how it goes tomorrow on the lake. Let me show you something else I built for this boat that I think will be helpful for you if you're trying to store your boat or keep it dry when it's raining. Like right now it's starting to rain. But anyways, I built this A-frame. So this A-frame runs almost the length of the boat. I got these sawhorse from the hardware store, the sawhorse attachments, put the 2x4s in there. See, it steps down back here, so I had to make different lengths. But when you put your tarp or your cover on here, it helps build a tent for you. It makes the water run off nice, so that works pretty good. To keep the wire from hanging down too much like this, I'm just gonna take a couple of zip ties and find a place where I'm gonna tie it up so it'll keep it kind of up. And then I'm just gonna have it lay in the boat because I'm gonna have a movable mount for the screen. So I'm gonna have to figure out where's the best way I can put this and still be able to take this off if I want to altogether. Oh, there's a little hole right here. We'll use that. That's perfect. And I'm just gonna put this on slack, not too tight, just to kind of keep it nice. Put two on there just in case. And I'm gonna cut these zip ties off, leaving a little tagging on there in case I want to adjust them later. I got enough to grab onto to pull it tighter if I need to. I'm gonna just leave it like this for now. We'll see how it performs on the water. We'll make adjustments. But that's good to go. Let's get that transducer connected to the base and get that base hooked up with the screen on it. This drill motor's about to take a shit, but I think I can get a few holes out of it. Now circular saw, yeah! Meow! Now we put the screws and test fit the bracket. Yes, it fits. Since this mount is a free movable mount that I could move around in the boat that just sits on its own, I'm gonna take a 4-ounce ball and a 6-ounce river sinker, and I'm gonna put them inside the base like this before I mount it to give it a little more weight so it's not top heavy from the screen. You should hold it up and keep it in place when we're running under power. Like that. Perfect. Sits nice and flush. Now we just put the nuts on here, and then we'll do the wiring, get the battery in the boat and wire it up. Now it goes like this. Bam. The power wire that I used before when I had this transducer and Fishfinder in another boat, it seems to be the right length, and I found a nice notch right here in the cover. So I'm gonna just run that up through here and across the floor. Because like I said, this is gonna be movable. So that's plenty long. That'll give me all the reach I need to set it over here, set it over here, whatever. The only thing I don't like about this is that you have to be more careful of kicking it. I mean, I could run it up under here and pull it out the front of the bow, but I don't see a gap there, and I don't want to cut or drill anything. Actually, that won't fit because this fuse block won't go through there. So I'm just gonna go with this plan. Just like that. And then this will, perfect. That reaches everywhere in the boat I'm gonna be looking at when I'm fishing on this base. All right, just hooked it up to the battery, and I'm gonna turn on just to make sure everything's working, make sure all my wire connections are not corroded and clean, and as long as it fires up, we'll be good to go tomorrow, I think. And it's on. Now, it's not a good idea to run your transducer out of the water because they make heat, so don't leave it on long. But I just want to see if we're marking any fish here. Yeah, this spot sucks. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not marking any kind of fish. There's no structure. I think we need to go fish somewhere else. And that's it. That's a wrap. It's a pretty easy install. We got the Humminbird in the back, and we got the Lowrance in the front now. Tomorrow we're gonna go up to Lake Berryessa, see if we can find us some fish. It's gonna be a little rainy for the first half of the day, I think. Wind's not looking too bad, but we're gonna fish some adverse conditions and see if we can get on some fish and find them anyways. And you know, pretty soon the water will be warming up. They'll be staging up to spawn. We're gonna see if we can find them suspended, you know, probably in deeper water like 40, 60 feet, 35 feet, you know, hanging out in the water column anywhere from 20 to the bottom. But we'll probably see them tomorrow suspended. Let's see if we can get them to bite. That's gonna be the thing. So stay tuned. Another video coming of tomorrow's funky expedition. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and stay fishy.